Hi guys, welcome back to my channel.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights.
So in today's video we are going to be picking out my September TBR from my TBR prompt jar. If you guys haven't seen my face before, I am Leah. I basically make beauty content and now I am into my book content. Both of those things are what I am very passionate about, so that is what I show on my channel. So if you'd like to stick around for both beauty and book content, then please like this video and subscribe to my channel. So if you guys have never heard of a TBR prompt jar, it basically has a load of prompts on it for you to pick out to create basically your TBR for whatever month you're in. It has a load of prompts that basically could range from just pick a fantasy to, you know, pick a book that starts with the letter T, or get a random generator to pick a book for you, or get a friend to pick a book for you. It has so many different prompts. There's 50 in here. When I was writing these though, the jar looked like it was not going to fill it, but now that I've put all the prompts in here, it actually looks like a very sad jar. So yeah, there is 50 prompts in here, and today we will be picking out 6 prompts. I feel like 6 prompts is a good amount, especially because depending on how busy my month is in terms of like with the kids and stuff like that, I might not be able to get around to reading all 6, but I also feel like 6 is a good option to have. It means that if I'm not in the mood for one book, I have other options. So yeah, we're gonna be picking 6 today. Another thing as well is that I don't personally have the physical copies of these books. I read on my Kindle, and that is because I just think it's cheaper in the long run, and also as well, like I said, I have kids, so I just can't be sitting down with a book. Books get destroyed. My Kindle is my safest option. I have pulled up my unread TBR that I've already bought on my Kindle, and also as well, if none of the books on this TBR list suit any of the prompts that I pick out, we'll go into my Goodreads. I'll scroll through my Goodreads, and if there's any books on there that I've been wanting to read obviously suit the prompt, then I will purchase them on my Kindle. So yeah, so guys, if you'd like to see what books I'll be picking out for my September TBR, then please keep watching. We have our jar. We're gonna give her a good shake, make sure she's all mixed up, and we're just gonna put our hand right in. If anyone's wondering where I got these prompts from, I got them from people's different TBR prompt jar videos, and I just started writing them down. So we have our first one. I will let you read, just let me get the writing the right way around. Okay, here we go. Book you think will be a 5-star read. Okay, this is a very good one to start with, especially because last month for August I was in the biggest reading slump of my entire life. All the books I were reading were not hitting. They were like 3-star, maybe 2 stars, like they just weren't it for me. Let me go through my unread books on my Kindle and we will see what I come up with. I've picked out 3 that I think might be a 5-star read for me. So the first one is going to be The Housemaid by Freida McFadden. I know this is only kind of like the start of my book content, but if you don't know, Freida McFadden is personally one of my favourite thriller authors. I know a lot of people either get with her or you don't. I just find her books very fast paced, they're very gripping, some of the twists you don't expect whatsoever, and they're just very enjoyable, like easy to read books. So I've not read The Housemaid. I read every other Freida McFadden book, but you know when a book just seems too overhyped, but it's nearly a 5-star read for anyone that I know who has read it. So that's like our first option. I'm very excited to get to that whole series. The next one is the Powerless series by Lauren Roberts. I have been wanting to get into fantasy in autumn. I feel like autumn is such a fantasy time. I don't know why. Even if the fantasy is set in summer, I just feel like autumn is such a fantasy time. However, that's a series, and I find with fantasy series I tend to have to read them one after the other, so I think I might save that. And then the other 5-star read that I thought would be for me personally was going to be Wild Love by Elsie Silver. I read Chestnut Springs only this year, shocker I know, but I only read Chestnut Springs this year and I absolutely loved it. Some of her books were 5 stars for me, so I think it is going to be between Wild Love and The Housemaid personally, just because I don't want to start a series if I don't have to start a series. I do think, however, I am going to choose The Housemaid over Wild wall love, purely for the fact that I don't have a lot of thrillers on this list, and I feel like I will be having to choose a lot of romance. So I think our first book is going to be The Housemaid, which I'm very, very, very excited to get into. So yeah. Okay, for our next book, like I said, we're going to be picking out 6. Okay, seems like a Diddy one. Okay, here we go. Once again, you can read it first. Sorry about my handwriting. Okay, a book that intimidates me. Right, I actually have one here, and it was actually one I accidentally clicked into, and I already know what it's going to be. Okay, the one that I'm going to pick is actually going to be Mile High by Liz Tom Ford. I have been putting off this book. I've heard it is such a good book, but I have been putting off this book for ages, purely for the fact that the thickness of it. On the Kindle, obviously, you don't see the thickness of books, but I've seen this books in other people's videos and also in bookstores, and it is so thick. But I've been really wanting to read it, but it does intimidate me because of how big it is. So I think we're going to choose that one for a book that intimidates you. Okay. Prompt number 3. Oh guys, this is kind of scary because, like, what if it's a prompt I don't want? Okay, there we go. This is our next prompt. Oh my god. Okay, it doesn't want to focus for this one. A book that has been adapted into a TV show or movie. Guys, it's like my TBR list knows what I want to read. I swear to god. Okay, so the one I'm actually gonna pick for this is, well, we have options. Do we have options? We don't have options. We have one, and that is Normal People by Sally Rooney. Now, I know people set this up like years ago, like this isn't a new read whatsoever, like whatsoever, but I have been wanting to read this for the longest time. It's set in Ireland. Obviously I'm from Ireland, and Joseph's sister Grace, she also has that book, and I asked her about it like months ago. I was like, what did you think of it? And she goes, loved it, a fave. So I feel like I have to read it. It's basically based in Ireland, and that's all I kind of really know. You'll notice this about me, I'm not really one to read into the blurbs of things. I don't like knowing what's about to happen. Personally, for me, I just want to go into it blindly, because anytime that a blurb says something, I'm almost waiting for that to happen in the book, and I just like going in blind. I like going in blind. So yeah, for that we're gonna pick Normal People by Sally Rooney. Guys, I'm so excited. I'm so excited I've done this video. Okay, next one. Oh, I've got 2. We'll go with the one that's stuck on my finger, and once again you guys can read it first if it'll focus this time. Read it quickly, guys. A book that is over 400 pages. Oh my god, we already have Mile High, which is over 400 pages. Okay, this is gonna take me a while because I don't actually know what books are over 400 pages. Let me go grab my phone to look this up, and I'll be back. Okay, so we have a few options. We actually have loads of options, and I couldn't be bothered to go through it, so I just went through like my top like 9. So the first one that we have that is exactly 400 pages is Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. That one is exactly 400 pages. Then the next 400 pages is Off to the Races by Elsie Silver, and then the next one that is exactly 400 pages is The Love of My Afterlife by Kirsty Greenwood. The Love of My Afterlife is on my like top of the list TBR, but so is Off to the Races by Elsie Silver. But for some reason The Love of My Afterlife is really calling me for this prompt, and because it's exactly 400 pages, and like I said, I already have Mile High to get through, I think I'm gonna pick The Love of My Afterlife by Kirsty Greenwood, because I've heard it's really good. I'm excited for that one. I'm excited for that one. Okay, we have 4 down and 2 to go, so let's go for number 5. Guys, these make me nervous, like really nervous. Okay, oh no, I can see we already have a numbers one again. Okay, a book under 300 pages. Okay, thank god for that, because I don't think I would have been able to do another one over. A book under 300 pages is going to be like a novella, and to be honest, I'm not in the middle of any novellas. What books are under 300 pages? I'm gonna have to look this up, because I'm sorry, there's absolutely no way I'm gonna be able to go through all of these. So let's just do all under 300 pages. Here we go. Do I have any of these? No. Apparently Normal People is under 300 pages, which kind of bad timing because I don't really want to mix two prompts together because that's cheating. Okay, apparently one that is under 300 pages that's actually on my Goodreads list is Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. So I'm actually gonna go purchase that now because I have been wanting to why can't I speak today? I have been wanting to read that for ages, and I've heard it's just like a very cutesy little book, but it also doesn't require much brain power, so that is going to be perfect for after Mile High, because I feel like Mile High is going to be 100% the first book that I try and get through to power through. Here we go. Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. Dutch edition. No thank you. Oh, normal edition. Here we go. Purchasing. I'm very excited about this, guys, because I actually have been wanting to read it, and it's just a cutesy little book that will take me out of the heaviness that is going to be Mile High. Let's look up while waiting for this to download how many pages is Mile High by Liz Tomford. Oh, 488. Okay, it's not too bad. I thought it was going to be like 600-700 pages. Never mind, that was just me being so dramatic. Okay, and finally for our last prompt we have, guys, I'm so nervous, please just give me a good one. Okay, what does that say, guys? What does that say? Okay, a book that is part of a series. Okay, so I have quite a few books that are part of a series. Like I said, I have Mile High, which we're already reading. We could start Powerless, but personally I don't think I'm ready for that. We also have Off to the Races by Elsie Silver. We could start that series. We could also start 1,000 Wood Kisses by Tilly Cole. We could do that. We could also start the, I think it's like a Lakefront Billionaire, the Billionaire series by Lauren Asher, Love Redesigned. We could start the Curse of True Love series by Stephanie Gerber. We could start the Natural series. We could start Magnolia Parks, and that's pretty much all we got. I don't actually know what I want to start. I really wanted to start Magnolia Parks, but I feel like it's a very intense series. I don't know why. In my head it's just really intense. I feel like I want to add maybe something a bit more different than a romance, so I think I might start The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I feel like that could be so exciting. Will we do that? Yeah, I think we will, because isn't that like mystery? Isn't it like about solving cases and stuff like that? And I feel like that would be a bit me. So guys, that is all of my September TBR picked. I'm very, 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 very excited about this month's TBR. I feel like, I don't know why, I feel like it's just going to be something that is a bit different. There's a little bit of mix of stuff here. So let's run through the prompts and the books that I picked for these prompts. So the first one is A Book That Intimidates Me, which of course I'm picking Mile High by Liz Tomford. The next one is A Book That Is Over 400 Pages. We are going with The Love of My Afterlife by Kirsty Greenwood. Then a book that has been adapted into a TV show or a movie, we're going to be going with Normal People by Sally Rooney. A book that is part of a series, we're going to go with The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. A book that is under 300 pages, we are going to go with Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. And a book that I think will be a 5-star read is going to be The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. So guys, that is all my September books that have been picked. I'm actually so excited to get reading these. I don't know why, but I feel like this is just such a good idea. If you were looking for something to help you pick your books for the month, I would definitely recommend doing a TBR jar. Even if you're not filming, even if it's literally just for yourself, it's just something fun. Pick out as many as you want, pick out more than you think, pick out less than you think, just pick out some, and it's just a fun way to get through your TBR list without feeling very overwhelmed. So guys, let me know if you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and also please let me know what is on your September TBR list. I would like to know your September read so I can add more to my list for the coming months. But yeah guys, I'm actually gonna go and start reading these books now. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.